Hey creators, it's me, Cynthia Gougian of Complete and Utter Mess, Inspired Mixed Media Tutorials. But today, I'm here with a free project for tinypandora.com.
In this video, I'll show you how to make a pair of trendy earrings with a contemporary blend. The project features Tiny Pandora's Triangle Template Kit. This kit makes it easy to create blends that are the right scale for jewelry projects. You can get the kit at tinypandora.com. You can also find a free PDF studio guide for this project on tinypandora.com. The studio guide is fully illustrated and it contains a complete materials list. Ready to make some earrings? Let's go! Roll out a half a package of Sculpey Soufflé Bluestone and Primo Sculpey Wasabi on the thickest setting of your pasta machine. Use the smallest triangle shape template from the Tiny Pandora Triangular Template Kit to cut 8 triangles from the bluestone clay. Then use the smallest triangle shape template to cut 9 triangles from the wasabi clay. Arrange the triangles next to each other, with the thin part of the bluestone triangles facing up and the thin part of the wasabi triangles facing down. When you've finished arranging the triangles, roll over them with an acrylic roller. It helps to roll in all directions. This allows the triangles to adhere to one another so that they won't come apart when you pick up the sheet to put it through the machine. Fold the sheet of triangles in half and then put it through your pasta machine, fold side first, on the thickest setting. Don't fold and roll again. Instead, roll the sheet through to the medium setting of your pasta machine. Once the sheet is at the medium setting, it will be easier to fold it, and it will also blend more quickly. Put the folded sheet through the pasta machine, fold side first, on the medium setting. Continue folding and rolling until you're happy with your blend. Once you're happy with your blend, bring it back to the thickest setting. For example, on my machine, the medium setting is a number 4, so I folded the sheet in half and then ran it through to number 3 setting. I repeated this on the number 2 setting. And then finally, I ran the clay through the number 1 setting. Cut about 2 inches of the blend off, and then set that aside. Use the oval cutters to cut various sized ovals from the remaining blended sheet. Use the smallest oval cutter to cut out the center of the largest ovals. Use a clay blade to cut some of the ovals in half. Cure the shapes tented at the manufacturer's recommended temperature for at least 30 minutes. Roll the 2-inch striped blend you had set aside through your pasta machine at a thin setting, with the stripes oriented vertically. My pasta machine's thickest setting is a 1. The thinnest setting is a 9. I rolled my blend through to setting 7. Use bootlace ferrules or small round cutters to cut various size circles from the thinned, blended sheet. Roll a half a package of bluestone clay out at the thickest setting on your pasta machine. Use your fingers, a craft blade, or a needle tool to place the circles in a random pattern on the bluestone clay. Use an acrylic roller to gently roll over the circles, to embed them into the bluestone clay. It's helpful to roll in all directions to avoid distortion. Cut shapes from the circle sheet the same way that you cut shapes from the blended sheet, and then cure, tented, at the manufacturer's recommended temperature for at least 30 minutes. Roll out half a package of bluestone clay at the thickest setting of your pasta machine. Then use a texture sponge to thoroughly texture the sheet. Then cut and cure shapes from the textured sheet. When all of the pieces are cured, wet sand them. Begin with 400 grit, and then work through 600 grit, 800 grit, and finally 1000 grit. Rinse the pieces between each grit, and change the water in your container. Don't skip the sanding step. On simple designs like these earrings, defects are really noticeable. Also, on your textured pieces, only sand the backs and the sides. Finally, don't buff these pieces. They contain both primo and souffle. If you buff them, only the primo will come to a high shine, and the souffle will remain satin. Once you've finished sanding, gather all of your pieces together. Then arrange them in different configurations until you find a design that you like. Take your time here and have fun. It's really the best part of the project. Use a pin vise drill to drill holes in the pieces. You have to work fairly close to the edge, so you want to take your time and go slowly. You don't want to crack or break the clay. Start with the smallest drill bit that you have and work up to larger ones. I began with a 0.8 millimeter drill bit, and I worked my way up to a 3 millimeter drill bit. Finally, use jump rings to connect the pieces to each other and then to the ear wires. And that's it. You're done.